Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Damien. This is day 33 of a phase 1 of 55-day journey of going from being unemployed, overweight, and broke to a place of gainful employment, or at least good cash flow, good income, and being in shape, as well as having some financial stability and money in the bank. If you've been following my blog, on day 1 I showed you that I had no money. I was let go from my job on December 20th of 2012 and was 50 pounds overweight from being depressed over the last 7 months after losing my job. And finally one day I woke up and I said, you know what, enough's enough. It's time to get through this. And while I get through it, it's time for me to help other people that may be facing the same challenges that I'm facing. And that's why I started this success tip blog that I currently have on YouTube, as well as some of the other blogs I've been posting around. And I want to thank you for being here today. What I want to share with you today is I want to talk about the topic of perfectionism and how perfectionism really is a detrimental mindset to have, and can be very negative and bad for you as you're trying to get out of the situation that you're in to a place of being employed, to a place of being in shape, as well as having some financial stability and some money in the bank. And I'm going to share with you how perfectionism can hurt each one of these categories, each one of these areas of life that I'm focusing on and that you might be as well too. As I begin though, I want to share with you a quote on perfectionism that I thought was really good. It's by Julia Cameron, and Julia Cameron said that perfectionism is not a quest for the best. It is a pursuit of the worst in ourselves, the part that tells us that nothing we ever do will be good enough, that we should try again. And if you think about it, that is what perfectionism is all about. It is not for the best. It's not a quest for the best. It's a pursuit of the worst of who we are. Because if it was a quest for the best, we would be good with whatever it was that we did as well as we did it. But instead, we always got to try to do better. We always got to be better. There's a better way, and it's a pursuit of excellence that you'll never reach. There's one thing to be excellent, and there's one thing to be crazy about perfectionism and trying to get to a point where you'll never reach, no matter how hard you try. Because if you have a perfectionist mentality, it's never good enough. And what it'll do is it'll lead you down the road to frustration. It'll lead you down to the road of anxiety, a lot more stress on your life, a lot more sleepless nights, a lot more difficulty in dealing with the situation. It's sad, but a lot of people who are perfectionists or struggle with perfectionism, because I do believe it's a disease, and forgive me if you're a perfectionist, but you know that if you get angry about it, you deny it, you probably are a perfectionist. And one of the easiest ways to find out is ask your friends and those closest to your family members if they think you're a perfectionist, and say, be honest, am I a perfectionist? And you'll know. You probably already know already, but if you don't, they'll definitely tell you. And it's sad, but a lot of times perfectionism runs hand in hand with eating disorders, because it's always about not being good enough, not looking good enough, not being able to get enough done, not accomplishing enough in a day. So instead you sleep less hours, which is actually more harmful to you than sleeping more hours. And all these things play into each other, and it just makes for a very frustrating life. And as with everything, I think that there's people on all different levels of the spectrum, from the top, from one end to the other end of the spectrum of perfectionism. But if you're starting with perfectionism, I want to ask you to stop. It doesn't do any good. It really doesn't. And you'll find that it's more harmful than good. One of the easiest ways to overcome, well, actually, first let me tell you how perfectionism can affect the 3 areas that I've been focusing on specifically through this video blog. As far as being unemployed and trying to find gainful employment, part of being a perfectionist is that I might not reach out for a job unless I think it's exactly like either my old job or exactly like I think the job should be, that my old job should have been like. So you read through Monster.com, you read through Craigslist, and you just pass on everything because nothing sounds like, oh, well, that's not like my old job, or I'm better than that. And you just want to hold out and wait until the exact perfect match comes along. And I'm going to say something. I've been searching Monster, and I've been searching Craigslist, and I've been searching a lot of other websites, whether it be veteran employment resource websites, local website, employment office resources and websites, but you're going to probably not find the same job that you had before. It's going to be very difficult to do that. So you need to not be so strive for perfectionism about what kind of employment you find. You just need to get your foot in the door doing something. And even if it's something as an independent contractor in real estate field or in consulting or coaching or something like that, that's okay. As long as you're putting yourself out there and getting yourself into something, it'll help. Perfectionism as far as being in shape should be a no-brainer. You know, a lot of people, they think, well, I can't go and go to the gym because I don't have the right gym membership. Or how about this? You've probably heard of people that say, well, I got to lose 20 pounds before I go to the gym because what will other people think when I come in and I'm 50 pounds overweight on the treadmill next to all the hot-looking people that are in shape, and you think, well, I got to wait until I'm in shape, or I've got to wait until I can afford to buy the best running shoes or the best gear, the best, you name it. And people will always find a reason based on, some of it's just, fearfulness and procrastination because they're scared about getting into the gym and doing it, but a lot of it is procrastination based on perfectionism, because if I can't do it right, then I'm not going to do it at all, which doesn't matter. I mean, if you go to Goodwill and get a pair of rundown tennis shoes and they fit you and will do the job, so what? That's the opposite of perfectionism. That's just taking the things to get it done. And same with eating well. Perfectionism doesn't mean that you have to create the perfect diet, and you can only start losing weight, or I should say eating well, when you can build that perfect diet and buy those foods. You can do one simple thing a day. Eat a salad a day for lunch instead of going to McDonald's. Just start doing that every day. You don't have to strive for perfectionism. Just one thing better is all you need than what you did before. Don't wait until all the stars align and everything's perfect to get in shape or to lose weight or to eat better. And then the third thing is having cash in the bank, money in the bank. A lot of people say, well, once I start making money, I'll start saving money. Well, there's got to be a way that even right now, getting the little meager unemployment check that you get, and if you're like me, it's pretty little, like it doesn't really cover a whole lot. But if you can't take $5 a week out to throw into a little account or a little bank, metal bank, you have, I've got a little Benjamin Franklin or George Washington bank up on my bookshelf, and you've probably seen it in some of the blogs, to throw $5 a week in there, over the course of 6 months, that adds up. I mean, it's not a lot, but at least it's a little extra money. So if something happens or you have a week that's really rough, you've got $100 to go buy food. But you can start saving now, and you don't have to wait till all the stars align again and you have all the income coming in. So don't strive for perfectionism, just strive for something positive. One step in the right direction will go a long way. So with that, I will catch you tomorrow. Check back in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.